Hi, it's Kelly, and today we are going to work on a 3/4 face. So I kind of want to give you an idea of how I do it. It'll be a bigger scale, so you can learn the basic drawing of it. And then the more you practice with it, the more you could bring it down to scale, the scale that you want. But I always feel that when I'm showing people how to do things, I like to kind of do it a little bit more uh, larger in scale. I think you'll get the gist of it better, and then you can make it your own. One thing I hate seeing, I love taking classes from people, but a thing that I do hate seeing is people continuously, and not just learning taking the class, but continuously, you have to learn your own style. So I'm just going to give you an idea of how I do it, and of course, any questions, anything to that effect, I'm here. So let's start. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle. Okay, and does it have to be perfect? No, it's just a circle. I'm going to cut this now because I'm going to have my girl looking this way. So when I cut this, I'm going to take this circle and I'm kind of going to go like this. And as I go down, I'm going to bring it down to a square and then kind of up like this. So do you see? I know it looks funny, but, and then I'm going to take, because the forehead's always bigger, I'm going to take it probably down here to where I'll start my eyes. Now let me show you up close how that looks. Kind of looks funny, but you'll see, you'll get the gist of it in a minute. Okay, so there we are. And I probably should have used, let me grab my darker pencil so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so we started here. So we have our face. Now, always remember, you're going to erase. Don't be afraid to erase. As I look at this, I see that, you know what, right here, I don't want it as wide. So I might erase that and bring it in just a little bit more. Believe me, never be afraid to erase. That's the only way you learn, honestly. So here's going to be our eye, where our eyes will be. Okay? So this is going to be the side of the face where you will see the majority, you'll see all of the face. So let's start here. And we know that our lips, let me see here. How can I explain this to you in an easier way? This is going to be our chin area, and we will make that go off. So our eye's going to go, everybody starts their eyes different. I just want to show you a general. I'm just going to do my eye like that. And then over here, you're not going to get to really see the whole eye, but it's going to be closer to this line right here. Okay? So, we're going to make it right here. Because it's going to be smaller and appear smaller. Okay, and then that eye's the part of the face that we're going to see more of. Now for the nose. And does it look kind of creepy? Yeah, it does right now. I'll explain all that in a minute. But for the nose, since we're going to be facing this way, we're not going to see too much of the nose. So you want to come down, and you kind of just want to do a little, a little part of the nose. Nothing major. And then you're going to have your other part of the nose over here, which you will see more of, and your nostril. And then I bring that up. So you kind of see where we're going with that. Then, since this is going to be the part that we're going to see much more of, your lips. So let's just start our line with our lips. Right there, and then this line's going to be, remember, smaller. because you're not going to see as much of that. Now this looks like an alien. It does, and I'm not ashamed, because you'll see when I'm done how it's going to, you know, work out. And then I'm going to do the, let's see, the bottom part of the lip here. All right, so that would be the beginning of our mouth. I have the worst light in here. I really have to move things around. Okay, so we have that. So usually in the middle of the lips, we're going to erase this little part in the middle. We have our little divot. It's called something, but I'm not real sure what. But it's going to give your lips shape. So let me show you this closely. Okay, so we have our lip shape. And then I'm going to run my in-between lip to connect. And then connect my bottom lip. All right. So we're going to extend this. We're going to shorten this part over here a little bit, but I want to get you to just draw. I don't want you to get so into the fact of, oh, this is this, this is that. We obviously know on this side, you're not going to see much of the face. And that's what is great about erasers and hair. It fixes everything. So right now it looks like a moon that's smiling on the side. This is up a little bit. Plus my pencil isn't that sharp, which it's not really great. But I'm just going to bring it down enough. And then I'm going to do the same over here. The eraser is your friend. Never think if you erase 20 times that you're not doing a good job, because you are. We all make mistakes. So right now we have her little lips. Now remember, this eye's a little bit bigger. If I want to go back in, you know, bigger than I probably would do it. I just want to kind of give you an idea. I probably will go back in and just shorten it a little bit, just to make it more realistic, as you see. Okay, and remember, this is our part right here of our nose. And then it goes up there. So we have our lips. And again, we're going to play with them in a minute to get the finished thing. But now what do? We have a sun. We don't really want a sun. This part right here is going to be the chin part. Now, as I look at it, as I see that I drew the face, I'm going to erase this line right here, because what I want is from where my nose goes, like from my, let's say about our lip, like right about here, I want my chin to be. So I'm going to bring a straight line down like this. Okay? And when I do that, I then can take this part and bring it up here to where I want my, you know, the rest of my face to go. And watch what happens. We're going to erase all this extra. Let's erase some of these lines here. Excuse my hands in the way. I really have to find a better camera angle. Okay, so can you see what we got going on right here? Let's see how close I can get it. I don't want to get in your way. Okay, so now this becomes our chin. Now you see this is much rounder than we really want it to be. So I'm going to erase a little bit of that. And that's why I say start big, because you can always go in and fix. And I think that's the best way to learn. But from this eye, I want this eye to kind of be where my face kind of goes in. Okay? And then have it come out to where I'm closer to my lips. And then, of course, this will be the chin. Now, do you see the difference that that made? I mean, I know right now it looks like a creepy monster, but it's not going to when we're done. once I put the features in. But do you see how that changed just by bringing this in right here? It gives you that detailed look of the face to the side. Now, we have this. Now see, funny thing with me, I could go on and I could draw a really cool monster from this, but I'm not, because I'm going to show you how to do this the right way, and then we can draw monsters. I'm going to erase my lines. Again, I'm using printer paper, and I advise you, because of the inexpense of it, that when you're practicing and stuff, don't waste your good paper, your mixed media paper, all the time. I mean, I love the mixed media paper, and I'm erasing my guidelines right now. Because, you know, when you're just trying the first couple of times, use printer paper. Now I look here. I sketched out a little bit too much, too far. But I think printer paper is a great paper to start on, because of what you are doing and learning and all that goes along with it. So now I'm going to go in and do my eyes. So I'm going to go over them for a second, and I'm going to add, I always do the pupils first. And then I'm going to add in my eyelids. And then right now I'll just sketch it in. Little sketch. So you can see. Normally I would erase that. People do it differently. This is how I do it. I always draw the full circles in. So see how we're getting? Now the lips, like I said before, not really digging on them too much. I'm going to lightly erase them so I still know where I want them and the scale of it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over it lightly. I know over here it's not going to be as big. I'm going to bring it over a little bit further. This is going to be a little bit further over this way. And you can make your lips as plump and delicious as you want, or as thin, just trying to show you the way to do it. Now we see here a little bit too wide right here. So, and that's just me seeing it as I'm going along. I know my chin is right here. Okay, and I'm just lightly sketching, but I'm going to bring it up just a little bit, so she starts looking a little bit more human. Most people who draw, I mean, unless you're exceptionally, you know, fantastic, you need to erase. You need to look at it. Now my graphite's smearing a little bit, but let me hold this up so far for you. Okay, and I can see when like my chin's a little pointy. Okay, so here we are. Now we need our little pupils. So let's do our, I need better light in here. Let's just do our little pupils. We're just going to, you know, color it in a minute. Okay, our neck, we're just going to do it right here. I'm going to keep showing you because I really want you to. Now she's kind of looking up. You see how she is? And I can see, and this is a great tip for you guys because I do this all the time. I take pictures of my stuff or do like this because then I can see she just got a little bit of an attitude, this one. she's looking up in the air. She's got her little eye up over there. Her lips are like, mm-hmm. But again, you can go, and let me keep it this way so I can show you. You can go and you can take your ruler, okay, and you can see right here, if you put your paper here, you see how my eyes are different? So if you wanted the eyes to match, you can just draw the line where you want, you know, light line, sketch a light line so you can see where they match. Mine has a little bit of attitude. You know, you can do it on the bottom part too, once you draw your first eye. But because I'm doing a 3/4 and she's kind of, I like sassiness, I'm going to give you a little bit of sassiness. But again, like I said, you can so easily measure. I mean, this is off of an envelope, but you know, a ruler. So you drew your first eye and you want it to be symmetrical. You have it straight, and then you can mark it so you know how high to bring the eye up and how low. But that's the fun of drawing, because you do it your own. You do your own way. I'm just showing you how to get that 3/4 face. And I'm trying not to get too stuck into perfection myself. And like I said, I can see here. The best thing is to, if you have a camera phone or a phone or on the computer or whatever, is to take a picture. And then you can really see, or pin it on the wall, and you can really see where you're going, like what's going on. So now we have our little girl, or woman. Let's say woman. And I'm going to just do a little thing up here. I'm just using pencil. And we have her nose. Now, of course, she needs eyebrows. Or, I say, for all the women and men out there suffering with cancer, breast cancer, I would color this in, and this would be my celebration of them, for people, for women who walk around and people who walk around from chemotherapy. So, I digress. Okay, so, but that's beautiful in itself, but we're going to do some eyebrows. And eyebrows, usually, when you're doing a face straight on, you want to kind of have them where the lips are, as a rule. But because this is kind of 3/4, this is 3/4, you don't have that kind of same rule. So you kind of just want to go with knowing that this side, and the fun thing is you can always look in the mirror and look and turn your face and see. You know, but for this one, for instance, I'm going to take the lips, or the end of the nose. I'm sorry, the end of the nose. I said lips. And I'm going to give it a little there, so I know kind of where I want my brow to be. And you can do 1,000 different eyebrows. And do you see how she's becoming almost human looking now? Let's get that clear. Okay. And now let's do some hair. An easy hairdo. This will end up coming off, but I'm not going to take it off yet. So I'm just going to have her have bangs. We'll give her like a side part. Have bangs come down that way. Have her bangs come down this way. And then take that round base off. And just sketch out her hair. Remember, when you look in the mirror, your hair, unless you have it pulled up or a fancy hairdo, it's always at the neck. Remember, this is our neck. And we'll just real quick give it a quick sketch in, just so you have an idea. And then the same over here. She's going to go and have her hair. And I want to outline where her face is so you can see. And then we'll just give her some. And again, this is her neck. You could go off, you know, shoulders. And there you go. 3/4 face. She got a little attitude. And if you look at it, and I'm really not liking this lip right here, I would probably maybe bring it up a little bit more to make it a little bit more even, but you don't have to. And there you go. Who knew that monstrosity in the beginning could turn out to be something like this? Now you go and paint it or shade it in or whatever you want to do, but it's that simple. It's that simple by following what I just showed you. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that it helps you immensely. And I hope to, if you have any questions, if you need help, please write in the group and let me know. So thank you very much.